everybody.
Y'all get in here, hit that like button. What I tell y'all? Didn't I didn't I tell y'all that we was gonna have an exclusive live tonight? We got C Dub, Mr. I ain't said a word, but you know what I'm saying, and I said damn in the building. We got Diamond Gang in the building. Diamond the politician, aka the goddamn politician. We live and direct. Hit that like button. Now I told y'all we was coming back, and we was coming back with reinforcements. Now get in here.
Yeah.
We got the real angel in the building.
What it do?
Who's up in here first? I said damn. Yeah. Disrespected the chat. What's going on, Diamond Gang?
What's going on? What's going on, everybody?
Man, I thought I would bring you up here because I knew it was going to be a lot of controversy. I knew it was going to be a whole bunch of real shit, real politician shit, and that now we going to get the real opinions right here today. It ain't going to be no cutting, none of that type of shit. Fugazi, fake chain. Now we coming live and direct. Man, there's so much shit going on in Minnesota. We got Damon in the building. Your boy in the building, Damon. What up, Damon? What up, Damon?
What up?
Diamond.
What up? What up, you guys? What's up, Damon?
Mm-hmm. We right here.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
We right here, man.
Now we gonna rock this show, y'all. We gonna rock this show. Y'all get up in here.
I don't think I did.
You chilling, but it's all good. No, you did. That was the first thing you did.
Okay, you sure?
Y'all get in here. Yes, we can double tap that screen. Not Diamond Gang. We got the exclusive. So what you think about? Let's get your whole view on what you think that's going on in Minnesota. Let these people know what's going on before we push this play button. Get in here, y'all.
All right. So what we have here is just a outright murder on live,
Woo! Why
unaliving.
you had to say it so hard?
Let's
It's an
just
all
say a
white
unaliving.
murder
Let's
gang.
We gotta say unalive, but that's exactly what it was. It was the ICE agents over exceeding their ability to do the actual actions of what they were trying to do at the particular time was to try to go after undocumented immigrants, quote unquote, right? But
Right?
in this situation, they weren't even the person that they actually hurt wasn't even their target, let alone were they even supposed to be there to begin with, because the current president decided to bring 2,000 ICE agents into Minnesota. What I believe it is just it's fear mongering. It's antagonizing the governor and the people of Minnesota because of the simple fact that they're democratic. It's a democratic state, and basically
Double tap the screen.
used the ICE agents by not. This is the thing. They also cut the budget for the ICE agents for proper training. So not only does this make I mean, what the ICE agent did was obviously wrong, right? But the people that was supposed to
Get in
train
here.
him, they didn't properly train him properly in the first place.
Yes, and
First
they
and
talked about that
foremost,
they was not properly trained.
they was
And
not properly
then
trained.
we speak about the bonus that they were getting. A $50,000 bonus, gang. Double tap the screen. We got
Yep.
42 in the building. Stop playing with us. I told you we was bringing the gang and we bringing
Right.
you exclusive shit. So please,
And
if you just got in here, we got 42, 71 people. Please double tap the screen, Band-Aid gang, because you getting a real exclusive. We got a lot of shit to cover tonight. Y'all get
right.
in here. And if you
So
can't
so
double
this
tap
is
the screen,
another thing. This is
go ahead,
another
Diamond. Rock the show. Let's
Right.
go,
So
gang.
this is another thing. They literally could not find people that wanted to do this job. Okay.
Hey,
So
Roscoe.
they had to go over and beyond to find people to want to be ICE agents. Now, ICE agents was never really supposed to become utilized like this. But if you look at their policy says that they cannot actually use lethal force
Absolutely.
unless they are being harm a threat outside of the vehicle. They are
Outside
by
of the
law
vehicle.
by law, they're supposed to allow that person to go. What this agent did was not only did he get in front of the vehicle, but he also used lethal force because he had a trauma from a year ago from another
Absolutely.
immigrant,
From getting
which
dragged
from
a
getting
hundred
dragged and
yards.
hurt. So instead of him not wanting to do this job in itself, if you have trauma from a situation, right? Why would you put yourself back in the same field that you got that trauma from? Clearly, you needed to find another occupation, right? But he
Right.
decided to do it again. Now, my thing is the what Christy Nome and the current president is pushing is outright flat out lies. Not only did they say that this man got hurt and he was in the ER, this man, we have him on videotape walking away from the scene. Not only
Walking
that,
away from the screen, from the scene. Double tap the screen,
correct.
everybody.
He
We need
was
y'all to
walking
double
away
tap.
from the
Let's get
scene.
these
We
likes up.
actually have video of him walking away from the scene. So not only did he shoot her point blank range twice, then he showed her. I'm sorry. He shot her another time in front of the vehicle. He was
In front
literally.
of the vehicle,
If
gang.
you're going to try to subdue someone, you felt like they were going to run you over or whatever.
Right.
One shot makes okay, but you shot her 3 times. So you cannot make that as an excuse for I feared for my safety when you didn't even get hurt. You walked away. And not only
Walked
that,
away.
we have videotape of you calling her a fucking bitch.
Let's play that. Let's play that. Y'all get in here, double tap the screen. I'm glad we're gonna stop you right there, Diamond. Hey, this is gonna be an exclusive live. We got the Band-Aid gang in here for real. We got the Band-Aid gang. Shouts out to the great spills to tea. We was rocking a show over there. Y'all check out my timeline. Y'all want celebrity gossip? We got that too. But right now, we finna cover this right now. Diamond, let's rock the show, gang. Let's go. Double tap the screen. If you can't double tap the screen and you're not getting no motion like that, there's 3 buttons on your top right hand side. Hit those 3 buttons and you will see the like button in that column. So thank you guys for joining us tonight. Let's rock the show. Happy motherfucking Friday for everybody. Hope you guys enjoying your day. Let's rock this show. Peace and love. Let's go. Now, now before we get to this, now I was thinking it was a little bit of chauvinism, Diamond, because was she bisexual? Was this woman, this was her girlfriend, correct?
She's actually was a lesbian.
Okay, so that's what I meant. I just wanted to say. So let's remind you, more exclusive shit coming from us. She's a lesbian. She's a lesbian. Now, no shade to the LGBTQ, but I think it was shade by the officers, Band-Aid gang. What's up? We got my number one mod up in here, Nurse 59. Salute to Nurse 59. Now, remind you, Band-Aid gang, this woman is a lesbian. And then her lover got smart with the officer. And I'm thinking that was a trigger warning, Band-Aid gang. He didn't like that fact on what she said. So let's listen in, gang. That's fine, dude. I'm not mad at you. She said that's fine. She said that's fine, dude. I'm not mad at you. Very politely. Just cool, gang. Y'all get in here. Very politely. She didn't look like she had any problems. She, I'm cool, gang. Hey, gang, I'm cool. No problem. She was bubbly. Am I right, Diamond? Diamond gang,
Yeah,
you
she
there?
was. She wasn't showing like she was trying to stalk fear into them. She
No,
wasn't showing like she was wanting to be like aggressive. She wasn't
not at
showing
all.
any of those signs.
So let's go.
Okay, we don't change our plates every morning, just so you know. It'll be the same plate when you come talk to us later. That's fine. U.S. citizen.
So now the officers allegedly are feeling funny. Okay, now they're feeling funny because she has this allegedly that her significant other is a woman. Former fucking
You want to come at us? You want to come at us? I said go get yourself some lunch, big boy. Go ahead.
See, that bothered him right there. Go get and get yourself some lunch, big boy. Go ahead and get yourself some. That right there was the trigger warning, Diamond. And then we can play the cell phone
I
footage.
agree.
That was the trigger warning. What up, pork bum? Dumb. Now look, that was the trigger warning. We got 129 people in here. Please double tap some screen. Show the love to the channel. Now
And you
I
know what I
think.
think? You know what I think? I
Go ahead.
believe this ICE agent was a Proud Boy.
Do you think that's a little overboard? What did the chat think? What do you got? We can't say that's alleged that he's a proud boy. We're
That's
not being
alleged,
biased to
but this
anything.
is the reason why I say that. Why would he be offended with her being a part of the LGBTQ?
Well,
What
we
does that
don't
have to
know
do
if
with
he
him?
was. I'm just saying that too,
What?
Diamond. So,
But look at the facts.
okay, we're looking at the facts. Come on, y'all get in here.
Why would he be that angry to unalive her the way he did
But if he's
unless
a
he
proud boy,
was
Diamond, he's.
MAGA or a Proud Boy?
Well, why would you say that when these are two Caucasian women? Hey, what's going
Because
on,
of the
Mark?
simple fact that, look, she's a part of the LGBTQ community. Now, a lot of people don't even want to bring that up, but since we're going to talk about it, they don't actually believe that women that are like that should be able to exist. Okay?
Now, yeah, I
So,
agree. Let me say this, Diamond. Linkage, we got Lincoln, Link Nick, whatever. Um, we just gonna watch how we express ourselves. We don't mind if you cuss, but we don't go back and forth. This ain't the bias channel. We coming all correct. People have their opinions. Just come on in and express your opinions. Now we don't care about the comments. Some comments come in because everybody has their certain opinion. We're just giving our view on our channel on how we feel this is going on. Now, when you say something right instead of the word dumb and all that stupid stuff, if you got a point you want to make, go ahead and say and put it in the chat. We don't come to beef. We don't come to do that, gang. We come to just drop this and we come to share this with the people. Proud Boy sounds like an LGBT group to me. I said, damn. Y'all get in here. So now this could have been a trigger point. What do you guys think, Band-Aid gang? Let's go.
You come talk to us later. That's fine. U.S. citizen, former something. You want to come at us? I said, go get yourself some lunch, big boy. Go ahead.
See, right there. You want to come at us? You want to come at us? Now she pushed the button. She pushed the button. Diamond, what do you think? She pushed the button. You want to come at us? You want to come at us? Come on, big boy. That was the
but,
trigger warning. Thank you guys
but
for the
my
hearts. Let's
thing
go.
is, she is a U.S. citizen, so she probably was like,
Absolutely. There's
"You're
law.
not gonna mess with me. I am not an illegal." She probably knew that he could not actually go the direction she knew that he wanted to go by law.
Please put on the live in the chat, please. We got 170 people in here. Double tap the screen. Let's go. That's correct. Let's go, Diamond. Get out of the fucking car. Get out of the car. Get out of the effing car. Get out of the effing car. He's hot. He's tight right now. His drawers is knocked. They didn't knock the rubber out the elastic in his drawers, gang. He hot. Why is he so hot, Diamond? Why? What made
Like I
the man?
said, this is
What?
this is comes all the way back to the fact that I said nobody wanted to do these jobs. The people that took these jobs have hatred towards women. Now I'm gonna go into that down the line, but let's get to the real deal, Holyfield.
I said, damn.
A lot of these males do not like women, okay? And when I said the Proud Boys, I'm meaning right wing MAGA Proud Boys. Now, I can't confirm that they're Proud Boys yet, so let's be clear on that because they all wear masks. But look at their MO, okay? So it's a possibility.
You still there?
Yeah, I'm still there. I just
I'm gonna read a comment. It says, "Guess
okay.
what? When a person has a gun, when a person has a gun and a badge, you think before you speak. Like we even tried to debate They was acting like being LGBTQ makes you bulletproof. It
That
don't.
that does not, that's not the case. Okay, first and foremost, by law, they're only supposed to utilize that weapon if it was a lethal uh threat. Okay, she was unarmed. Number one. Number two, she was not like aggressive, pushing him or anything like that. There was no aggression coming from her. She might have
No
said a few
aggression.
words, but words is just words. We have the freedom to speak, okay? Freedom of speech. All right? So words is not, just because you say words don't mean that you have the right to put a bullet into one's face.
Now,
Okay?
Candyman says 70% of ICE agents are Hispanic. We have to check on that.
Not only that, I just seen a video of a man that was agent that was from
Double
Africa.
tap the screen, y'all. Please hit that like button. Keep the
I
video in the
actually seen
algorithm.
an agent that was from Africa, and a person that like touched him. He was like, "You touch me, you touch me, you touch me," like he wanted to like buck at him, just because he thought he touched him. This was an African with a mask on his face, but you could tell by his accent, you know he was African. Okay, now they're hiring
Y'all get in here.
people
Double tap that
no
screen,
matter
gang.
what race they are, but then they turn around and having them so-called go for immigration, go for undocumented immigrants, when we all know immigrants have 1 year to seek asylum once they touch our soil through international law.
I told
Okay?
y'all, gang, we had some real spokesmen up here, gang. I
So
told
for
y'all we was
them
coming
to do
correct.
what they're
Y'all gonna have to come on.
doing,
Let's come on with
and
it.
they actually, a lot of these people already have paperwork. They're already working with a judge. They already have an immigration attorney. So what they're doing is they're snagging people however they can because they have a quota to meet because of Christy Nome. What I think's about to happen is Christy Nome is about to get impeached and she's going to prison. I'm gonna tell you why. All the things that they're doing right now falls on her. Okay? It falls on her. She is the one that runs the ship. And she's also the one that sets the policy for these agents to follow.
Now we
And
got a
if
lot of secret agents in here. Now we got 186 people in the chat. Now we gonna ride this, and we got some agents in there. Now they
right,
flooding the chat.
let like okay, so people
Y'all come
always
on
want to,
here. Y'all flooding the chat. Now let's
people
go.
want
Double tap that
so
screen while you
badly
flooding the chat.
for people to be upset at her, right? But realistically, any person
Somebody
that
put no,
has
she
mass
doesn't. Somebody
people
said
coming towards you, you're going to want to flee too. She felt like she was in danger. She tried to get away. That still does not warrant, even if he was about to get hit, which he was not.
right.
It does not warrant what
258
he
people in the
did.
chat. Double tap that screen. Let's
And
go.
he also reached his hand in the window and shot her point blank in the face. Okay? So
Point blank,
it's
gang.
not, it's not no way, shape, or form to slice this. In their policy, it says they can't even, they're not even allowed to
Yes.
do what he did.
And
You see what
that's
I'm
what we
saying?
ask in the chat, Diamond. We ask in the chat as we go through the protocol because
Hmm.
we have people in high places, gang. That's politicians, lawyers. That is against what happened to this woman.
But you know what
Renee Good
irritates
did not
me?
need to lose her life
Right, we
over
have a
this.
lot of bots that they're pushing this propaganda out here on these social media sites right now because they know the right wing right now looks bad. Okay, not only are y'all going to Venezuela and
Speak on the bots,
taking,
Diamond. What are you saying? Let's knowledge the people on the bots. What are you
okay,
talking about? Let's
so
let's
what a
let's
bot is? Okay, let me explain what a bot is. A bot is a person that's not even quote unquote real. They're using a quote unquote name, or they're from a whole nother country that don't even have nothing to do with our politics here in the
I
United
said
States.
damn.
And they're acting like they know our country and what's going on here. So they will push this right wing. There honestly, there are people that are on the right wing that are paying for people to do this, push this propaganda, push the lies, saying though that she was wrong and that she deserved what she got and all this BS. And it's not even real humans, or it's
And
people
it's
that
in
was
the chat.
paid
These people got
overseas.
streams. You're an idiot. Bye. See ya. Don't
Bye.
come
See you
back here.
later. Don't come back either. But there's people overseas.
I'm correct.
Okay, so listen to this. So listen to this. They just caught this on Twitter, right? On X. They
Okay, let's
put
go.
where these profiles were coming from, and none of the profiles was from this country. And there were right wing high, like they had in a million followers, and they weren't even from here. They were pushing that propaganda. Now, see, who allowed them to find out who where they were coming from was Elon Musk.
I
Okay,
said damn.
so guess what? Elon did that on purpose so we can know, hey, these people ain't from here. They shouldn't even be in our politics in the United States. They shouldn't be trying to push us towards right or left or middle or whatever. They shouldn't be in our politics here. But guess what? They're getting paid over in these other countries to push this propaganda because they're getting a paycheck. They're getting paid from X. They're getting paid from Facebook. They're getting paid from TikTok. They're getting paid from these live platforms to push this wrong rhetoric. Now the problem is we have a rogue president right now. We have a rogue president. Not only did he push the narrative that the ICE agent was in the hospital when
Double
he
tap
was
the screen.
not, he said he was injured. We have actual video proof showing this man walked off after he called her a fucking bitch. Okay?
Bingo. Do
So
y'all
you
now?
can't sit
And now
here and say
I
that
just
the
didn't see none of
president of the
that. Y'all
United
seen it.
States,
Y'all seen it, gang.
you
Double
see
tap
the
the
president
screen
of
for
the
the like
United
button. Let's
States
get the
is
likes up,
lying
y'all.
to the American people with a quickness. Not just him, Christy Nome. Christy Nome lied too. Oh, she was a domestic terrorist. How? The lady was in her car.
Exactly.
She had no weapon. She just dropped off her 6-year-old kid at at the school.
A 6-year-old
And
gang. Are y'all
and
paying
to make
attention?
it so
Have some
bad,
sympathy, chat.
and to make it so bad, she was a resident there. She lived right where they were at. So she belonged on that street. She paid her bills on that street where
To
they were
live
at.
on the street, gang.
She
Y'all
lived
get
there.
in here, hit that double tap that
So
screen.
for
Thank you for
them
the
to
likes,
sit
y'all.
here and try to spin this right now, what's happening is they even tried to stop the state from investigating this situation. They didn't even want them, and they tried to block them. But guess what? The
What?
state can also prosecute. Not only can they prosecute the ICE agent that did this, all the ICE agents that popped up and showed up, they were all accomplices as well.
345 in the
So
building.
not
Run these
only
likes
the
up, y'all.
person that pulled the trigger, but also all the rest of the ICE agents that was in the area at the particular time in this as the time of the scene that when it happened. All of them are complicit. All of them will be in charge. Guarantee you. Watch what I tell you. It ain't gonna just be that one ICE agent. It's
Yeah,
gonna
it's
be
gonna be a
all those
lot more
ICE
people
agents.
involved. This is gonna go bonkers, y'all.
Not
This
to
is
mention,
diabolical. Let's run it up, y'all.
not to mention, we do not need the Fed's investigation to prove we have more than enough witnesses, more than enough videotape. We even got now the body cam footage of him with his phone out. Well, it wasn't body cam footage. He had his phone in his hand and a weapon in the other hand. Now, tell me how you can do that? How can you shoot somebody 3 times in the head and also record at the same time with your phone?
Bingo.
He
I
had
said damn.
one hand with the phone, one hand with the weapon. And y'all still make excuses for this man. Not
Still
to
making
mention,
excuses.
like I said, there's a difference between state and federal. The state is going to prosecute all of them. Trust and believe, if they wanted to, they could prosecute Christy Nome for allowing him to even think that he could, like, literally. You got to look at you. It's called the chain of command, right? So by law, they're not even real officers. They have no real, they can't even do half of the stuff that a real officer can do. They're just immigration enforcement. That's what they are. They're fake officers. Fake officers. That's what they
Somebody put
are.
this as rage bait. How are you gonna go and rage for somebody that lost their life? This is
Right.
rage bait. I said damn.
Right.
Get your mind right. Boy, get. How is this rage bait, gang?
What's
I'm gonna
rage
go.
bait is the
And
fact
it's
that you
again.
guys are
Somebody put
sitting
the
here.
Epstein files. Exactly. This
Hmm.
is all a distraction, gang. This all looks like a total distraction. It
Ever
gets
since
deep.
we've been getting these Epstein
Double
files, even
tap the
though we
screen, gang.
only
We weren't
got
heard.
1% of the Epstein files, okay? Ever since this been they've been getting trying to get a hold of all this information. Guess what? He's doing little and little more. I mean, he's doing more and more things to distract us. If it ain't Venezuela, going over there stealing the president and his wife from their sleep, going and stealing their oil. If it ain't him trying to justify this situation that just happened, or him flat out getting mad because now the Republican Party is actually helping the Democrats in Congress pass bills. So
I
the
said, damn.
ACA, which it expired at the beginning of this year. They actually, uh, the House and the Senate both agreed to passing the ACA subsidies for 3 years. He didn't want that.
Thank you.
The
Please
Republican
subscribe to the
Party
channel
did
because this
not
ain't gonna
want that.
stop.
The House of Representatives did not want that.
Well, let's let some people do the talking. Now
All
look,
right
gang.
now.
We go now. See, this is why I brought the Diamond Gang up here, gang. Y'all gotta subscribe to her channel. Diamond Gang
Yes,
does not
yes.
play when it comes to politics, gang. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
She knows her shit. So we made a timeline full of nothing but facts, full of nothing but law. And I know each and every last one of you guys have your opinions on this. But come on, gang. Now
Look,
let's go. Let's go.
I
Let's
expect the unknown and the ignorant to say
absolutely.
whatever y'all saying in the comments. I care less
And that's
because
why we
guess
haven't
what?
knocked your
The
drawers off.
only person
We haven't kicked you in your ass. We
right,
ain't put a
and
knot in your drawers. We let you
let's
sit
be
there
clear.
and
We're
do
here
what you gotta
for
do.
right, and let's be clear. We're here for a reason right now on this live to talk about this
Absolutely.
innocent life that got taken because someone got their butt whooped by a car a year ago.
I said, damn. Let's go. Let's see what the car whipped the butt.
You want to come at us? I say go get yourself some lunch, big boy. Go ahead.
That's what hurt her. And then all of a sudden, this cop just get in his feelings. She said, get in, and then I just got in his feelings because the woman said it. Tender ding-a-ling. We gonna call that tender. You just can't be tender, gang.
Right, and
Anybody
she
saying
has
something
the
about
right to
that?
say she had the right to say whatever she wanted to say because guess what? We had the freedom of speech. But see, this the problem. This administration does not honor the Constitution. They don't care about it. Honestly, a lot of the people that are right now, they're about to lose their law license right now because they are so wrapped up into this administration that they're going to represent them in front of a judge, and the judge is like, "Well, I'm about to take your law license. I'm about to fine you."
Amen,
This is
Liz.
going on right now.
Liz,
This is going on right now. So while y'all sitting here saying, "Oh, FAFO," come on now, keep it real. She could say whatever she wanted to, but she didn't put her hands on nobody. She didn't
She
put her
sure didn't.
hands on him. She did. She said what she said, just like any other person that do not like ICE.
We
We
got
have the
Diamond.
reason
We
and
got
the right to not
280
like
people
them.
in the chat. Come on, y'all. We need to get those lights up. Double tap the screen. 3 buttons on the right hand
Hmm.
side. I know the people coming in, but don't forget to come in and respect the channel. Cause
And you know
you ain't
what?
gonna
And I
stop us
just
from
want to
coming up here,
know.
gang.
Hey,
We
hey,
gonna be up here dropping facts. So
right.
Diamond, let's see let's
Hey,
see
I
what
just
happened.
want to know real quick. Hold on. I
All
just
right,
want to
go
know,
ahead.
chat.
Y'all
I
get
want
in
to know,
here.
chat.
Thank you
I
guys
want to
for
know,
double
chat.
tapping the screen. If
Which
y'all want
one
us
of
to come back,
y'all
double
gonna
tap.
be going to the White House and taking care of them diapers once this man is out of commission? Because
I
he's
said,
already
damn.
pooping on himself, and he already just said that nurses
Wait a
weren't
minute, Diamond. Who did
professional.
pooped on themselves? Who boo
He
booed on
poops on
themselves?
himself on a regular basis. The man
Who?
wears diapers. The person in the
Who?
White House.
Who wearing diapers,
The
gang?
person in the White House. He wears diapers
Donald
daily.
Trump got Trump diapers,
He
gang?
poops on himself and don't even know
I
it.
said, damn.
So which one of y'all gonna
What kind
go
he wear, Diamond?
and be
Huggies?
that
Is he
nurse
wearing
to
Huggies?
take care of him? Because I guarantee you ain't nobody gonna do it. Just
They
like,
said Trump got Huggies on, chat.
yes, he
Trump
do.
got Huggies on, gang. What the hell? Y'all double tap the screen. Y'all get in here because y'all ain't
You
gonna
know,
stop us from
and
coming up
it's
here
sad that
expressing
people
our
try to
opinion.
compare her to Charlie Kirk. Charlie Kirk was spreading misinformation and hateful rhetoric. But one thing I do agree with
And
him
he got
on,
Huggies
I'm gonna
on.
tell you what he I agree with Charlie Kirk on, and I'm gonna tell you something that y'all need to
Say
know.
it then. Say
The
it. The diaper
person,
Don. Somebody called
the
him the diaper
country
Don.
we should not be
Baby
dealing
powder and
with,
all. I said,
the
damn.
country we
Put
should
me
not be
baby
dealing
powder.
with right
I said,
now,
woo,
the
shit,
country we should
Trump
not be
check
dealing with
on
right
play.
now is, guess what? Israel. I said it. And he said it, that they were been blackmailing the United States for decades.
Decades. I said decades.
Decades. And
Subscribe to the channel.
when he started talking, that's when they silenced him. Now that's a difference from this lady. All she did was talk her little 1-2 to him and got in the car. You see the difference? You can't compare Charlie Kirk, someone that's been going to campuses, which I feel like is pervert uh mentality, to try to set up at college campuses, spreading religion and politics mixed, which they're supposed to be separate.
Mm.
Okay, so
Diamond, take a breath. Let's go ahead, Rock. Take a breath, Diamond. Because, see, you're doing these people all type of ways. They in the chat mad at you. They madder than 10
stay
people.
mad, because guess what? We're about to stop messing with Israel, and we're about to cut off APAC. Anybody that supports APAC, guess what? We ain't voting for them
Band-Aid
in the
game.
midterms. 2026 APAC is done. Guess what? All y'all did was expose the truth about who we shouldn't be dealing with. Y'all thought that y'all did something.
I
All y'all
said damn.
did was expose Israel. They've been blackmailing us forever. So if y'all want to mention Charlie Kirk, mention Israel. Mention why we shouldn't be dealing with Israel. They're not our allies.
Now,
They're
Miss
not
Leah's in the
our
chat. Miss Leah
allies.
said, I noticed Miss Leah's. I always notice. My mod, Miss Leah said, the wife caused this to happen. How do you feel about that? Yes,
Like I
in
said,
all
freedom of speech.
actuality,
Freedom
huh?
of speech. No matter what she said, it did not warrant him going and point blank shooting her in the face, and jumped in front of the car and shot her again. There's no reason
No
for
reason.
that. Matter if her wife said something to him, or they felt some type of way because they were females and they were lesbian. It doesn't matter. That doesn't warrant this situation. It still is unjustified, and it's still a murder. It's still an unaliving. So
And that's what, Diamond,
when
hold
you
on.
look
Hold
at
on,
it,
Diamond. Hold tight. Now
mm,
that's what you got. People that's in my chat, respect it. I got mods in my chat. And mods stand for members on duty. So that means they're a member. They don't totally agree with what Diamond has to say. People have their opinions. And each and every last one of you guys do. But one thing you're gonna do is respect the channel. I can't stop for what you say. We're here to debate. We're here to debate. But we all know some of this wasn't fair. But when you listen to it by law, when you listen to the people that go to school for this shit, they're
right,
saying it
it's
was not done properly.
correct. And then my thing is, if you look at the ICE agents policy, it states that they cannot
Thank
use
you, Alex.
deadly
I'm here to be a
force.
retard. Her dart.
They
I'm here
cannot
to be it.
they cannot use deadly force unless it was something outside of the vehicle itself. If she had a weapon, that's a
Absolutely.
reason to draw your weapon. He drew his weapon because he feared for himself because of something happened a year ago. How
Somebody
is
put
that?
stop trying the
How is that?
officer. Stop trying to stop the officer from doing his job. That wasn't his
And she
job,
had the reason.
Goofy.
And look, and let's be honest, them two had the
That
reason to
wasn't his
talk.
job,
They
man.
had the reason. Listen, they had the reason to talk shit because they were in front of their house, causing a disturbance. Why wouldn't you think that all of them were probably outside talking stuff to the ICE agents, because they're outside of their property that they pay for, and they're causing a disturbance. So that she had the right to say her one too. She had the right to say what she wanted to them. Y'all are disturbing where I live
Absolutely.
at.
When you go by the law, by the book, And everybody in America doesn't go by the book. We know
They
that, right?
weren't allowed to be in front of the car. They wasn't supposed to grab at the handle of the car to try to pull them out. They weren't supposed to do any of that. And they did over and beyond what they were allowed to do as ICE agents. They were supposed to go for a targeted person, which is supposed to be an undocumented immigrant. She stated she was a citizen. She stated that she was that she wasn't mad, and she basically waved off. There's a video of her waving off a, like, basically letting another agent go through. She was trying to be, she wasn't being aggressive.
No,
So
she wasn't. I agree.
to try to paint this as a their issue versus the ICE agents and Christy Nome and the current president, they didn't even wait until she was actually buried yet. They went on live television and started making all these allegations saying that she was a domestic terrorist, or she tried to run this man over and the man was in a hospital, when we knew damn well that was a lie. We have more than enough videos to prove what actually happened. And I'm fed up with people trying to make it seem like it's always the person that's the victim's fault versus the person that's doing the wrongdoing. Look at what we're dealing with right now with the Epstein situation.
Let's go.
These males have been getting away with messing with kids for
With
decades.
children. And what do all of you guys got to say about that?
And y'all
Messing
still
with
make excuses for
children,
it.
gang. And they still have not yet took a camera. The island is just take us down into the Epstein Island. Take us into that little white building with the blue stripes on it. Walk in there with a camera and walk downstairs. They
I'm
still
not
won't
looking
let
at it all
nobody
sides,
go.
Miss
There's all
Liz.
kind
There's
of
no
tunnels
reason
under
to
the
look at
ground.
it at all sides when they broke the law. They are under Christy Nome. They are under a
I said they.
policy, and you
Double
know
tap
that.
my
They're under a policy which states that they're not even allowed to do what they did. So it doesn't matter if they said whatever they said to him or they was aggressive. Or there's a lot of protesters that say stuff to ICE agents, but you don't see them shooting them in the face.
and they still did not do their job properly. They are not supposed to mess with U.S. citizens, no matter
Period.
what
It
they
don't matter
say.
what they did. And then she had her car turned like she was trying to get away. So she wasn't trying to run this man over. Let's be clear. So when the president of the United States is spreading this rhetoric, and you know that the man lies like no other. This man been lying to the United States of America. He said that he was gonna get us out of debt. We're $37 trillion in debt currently right now. This man has been grifting off of the presidency since he's been in there. He's got quick po quos all over the place with Saudi Arabia, with Israel, and all these other places. Venezuela, the vice president of Venezuela is basically trying to give him her Nobel Peace Prize because the man got butthurt. She got it, and not him. Tell the truth. This man has been a plague to the United States since he's even got into politics. Once he went off that golden escalator and said, "I'm going to run for president," because he got mad because Obama made him feel like dirt in
He
front of
said, tell us what the name
everybody.
of, somebody said, tell us what the name of the island is, and I'll believe it's real. Now, I'm going to say this. Have they anybody, they go in the dope man house,
So
they go downstairs in the dope man
this
house,
how you
they
know
go
this.
downstairs, they went downstairs and goddamn it,
Mm,
and Jeff
mm,
what's the boy name that ate all them damn people? Jeffrey Dahmer house. They went down in all these people's houses. We want to know what's
Only
on the
people that's
island.
full of it
Show
is
us, give us a tour of downstairs in the island.
but
Dope man.
who they really need to be investigating, what they really need to be investigating is Mar-a-Lago. It ain't just the island that's been doing this. He was literally sending, the current president was sending victims
Y'all get in here.
to Epstein and from Mar-a-Lago. So why aren't we investigating that? Why is Mar-a-Lago still existing? If y'all was so mad and y'all cared about children, why is Mar-a-Lago still not been touched? Y'all talking about an island over in the Virgin Islands we can't get to, but everybody go to Florida. Everybody goes to Florida.
Okay, we gonna show them some facts. Let's continue. Get out of the fucking car. Y'all get in here. Then he called her an effing bitch. He called her an effing B word. I said, damn. Now that's cold. Fair use commentary. That was wrong for him to call her a B word. Now let's look at this in slow motion, gang. We got a little slow motion. We got a slow motion. We got what she filming. We got her moving in a little bit of slow motion. Y'all get in here, and then we gonna rock the show. Now we know from the other angles. Double tap the screen and hit the like button. We already know from the other angles, Band-Aid gang. The man upped his strap before she even rolled. Before she hit the gas, he already had his hand on the trigger, gang. Just tender. Y'all get
And
in
like
here.
I said, this is what people need to felt they
Now
failed to
look, somebody
realize.
said that he fell on the ground. I heard that today on somebody chat. He fell on the
How did he
ground,
fall on the
Band-Aid gang.
ground when we have his video camera from his phone that he recorded that's actually playing all over social media right now?
He
If he
never exactly.
fell, it would have shown on the video, right? Wouldn't it shown on the video that he recorded that he fell? You would have seen the camera fall,
Absolutely.
so you know that's a lie.
That's a lie. Double tap the screen. Thank you guys for running these lights up. We ain't got to come here. We ain't got to live like this. America, we don't have to live like this.
Y'all need to use y'all common sense, man. And y'all
I
can
said, damn.
dislike me all day long, but guess what I want? I want all parties to get along enough to get this man out of office and his administration. Okay? So I'm not against nobody, but I want you guys to wake up and smell the coffee that this administration been lying to us. They're using our tax dollars to fund wars. They don't care about us. They're trying to enrich the rich. Why do you
And
think that
keep
they
the
were
poor
trying to
poor.
fight
Divide
against?
and conquer.
Why do you think they were fighting against giving us health care? You wonder why and
And
why
y'all
they
all talk
finally
about your
gave
God.
in?
You know what most of y'all people, me and Diamond talked about this. Your
Like,
God, your G-O-D doesn't mean nothing but what? Gold, oil, and diamonds.
exactly. They don't care.
G-O-D.
They don't
Gold,
care.
oil, and diamond. Then they bring the religion in and all of
They
that.
always do.
Stop being manipulated, gang. We are all
Ask
small
why
fry to them. And y'all,
ask
I'm
the
gonna just
real
go ahead and die
question.
for Trump. I'm gonna go ahead and do this for that. I'm gonna
Hmm.
do. Come on, gang. Y'all got to be real about this.
Ask the real question of why we keep sending money to Israel. Ask that real question. Ask the real question of why ever since we've been probing into the Epstein files, Israel been getting more and more damn money. Israel been
Bingo.
more and more
We giving all
in
these
our
people money
social
to fight
media
they wars.
sites.
All this a distraction. All of them is the same bloodline.
What
All
it
of them is the
is
same bloodline. All of them
hmm,
work together allegedly. We just gonna say that. But real people that
right,
know the science know the truth.
right.
They all are
What we
related. They all make all
mm-hmm,
this stuff up. They using them all the people's money to fund for weapons. Instead of building goddamn bombs and
yeah.
bullets, you need to be building books.
Right. But my
I
thing
said,
is
damn.
this is the whole situation. And honestly, this needed to come out because they it's not just you gotta look at it. If Israel been utilizing the fact that people keep using their religion and saying, oh, I'm gonna protect Israel, right? But Israel knows that, so they take advantage of it and they make it a requirement for anybody that's in Congress to go visit Israel. Why the hell you need to go visit another country for when you're supposed to represent the people here in the United States? Then they feed them money. They feed them money so that they can do their bidding. Oh, you took such and such amount of money from me. I need you to do this, or I want my money back, or I'm gonna hurt one of your family members, or I'm gonna do something to you. That's how they do. They're bullies and they're blackmailing us. But until you guys start realizing that we need to cut off Israel, we need to stop with the shenanigans with our politicians taking APAC money. We ain't gonna get anywhere. But see, y'all don't want to talk about that, and then y'all don't want to talk about how a lot of the problems that we have in today's society is coming from white old men, white men. Why do you think that they constantly pastors, doctors? lawyers. There's people that have high-end jobs. They're getting locked up for messing with kids. This been going on for the last 10 years. Have you paid attention to how many people keep getting locked up for doing that? But then y'all don't want to even mention that situation. But
Well,
then
we
y'all
have
sitting
that.
here.
Well, we do have that.
No,
Hold
no,
on.
I'm talking about the people that support
Oh, well,
this
watch this. Well,
administration.
watch this, Diamond. Well, let's do them all type of ways. Let's do them all type of ways, Diamond. Y'all get in here. Let's stop. We're going to stop playing with you.
Are committed by white men. I do not know. 57%. Of
Let's go back.
the
Get in here. We ain't got to live like this. We ain't got to live like this, Band-Aid
And
gang.
see, we got facts. See,
We
he's
bring
about to
facts.
show we got facts over
and if
here.
you don't know the answer, it's okay. I do.
We don't play over here. Double
What
tap the screen.
percent of sexual assaults in the United States are committed by white men? I do not know. 57%. Of the January 6th insurrectionists who were pardoned, do you know how many have been charged and convicted and arrested of additional crimes, including child sexual assault, kidnapping, production of child pornography, rape, conspiracy to murder an FBI agent?
I don't know, Miss
domestic
Liz.
violence
We
by
vertical.
strangulation?
I do not have that information.
No, 33 since their pardons. Of the 21,504 murder offenders in the United States in 2023, do you know how many were white? No. 8,842, which is 41%. Following the domestic extremist tracker that GW compiles, since 2015, there have been 643 individuals charged, 447% found guilty. Do you know how many are men?
You tell me.
95%. We can trot out all of the data
95%,
that we
y'all.
want to create the sense that there is a bad guy. There is a bad group of people. There are folks who are not among us. There are folks who are other. And I think we should spend a lot more time looking at ourselves, looking at American citizens, looking at white men who are committing violence at disproportionate rates in our country, who are committing crimes at disproportionate rates in our country, including the President of the United States, who is sitting at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue, as so many of my colleagues have pointed out. I also want to say, I've heard a lot about the Somali donors to political campaigns. We all acknowledge, right, that you cannot donate to a political campaign in the United States unless you are an American citizen, right? I'm just going to acknowledge that. You know who else is getting rich as a campaign donor? The expense of the U.S. taxpayers, and because of the decisions that this government has made. Yes, Elon Musk, but also billionaire Paul Singer, a Trump donor who is getting rich off the military actions that this president engaged in Venezuela. So I'll ask you.
Now listen.
Right. So what did she just say? Only
Hold on.
you.
Hold on.
2025 and estimated in early January 2026. It escalated. Why? Why?
Yes, I think they deployed 200.
Now this is from Bites with
I'm gonna
Sammy.
give you a number, but it's the wrong number.
Bites and Beyond.
About 200. Okay.
So we finding out why ICE was there.
The operation, which Homeland Security officials described as the largest immigration operation ever, involved the deployment of as many as 2,000 federal agents to the Minneapolis area. They still ain't tell us why. They told us that there was an operation. What caused y'all to set up an operation there of 2,000 agents? So how many immigrants have y'all captured or deported? Like, what are we doing? What the fuck is really going on?
Get in here.
Okay.
The stated purposes. Oh, here we go. Let's keep going.
Pay attention, gang. Okay. Double tap that screen.
The purposes of the operation were One, to crack down on fraud allegations targeting Somali child care providers and
so if anybody knows, it's a lot of Somalians in Iowa. A lot of them are a whole lot. St. John's in that area up there, Minnesota area. It is a lot of Somalians, a lot of Africans up there. So quietly, they're trying to get them off the streets.
Right, but see that's the problem. You can't do that by law. You can't do that without a cause, right? And if they are here legally, which majority of them are, they went by the legal channels. You can't just go and say I'm going to take someone because you feel like they deserve to be taken. You have to have a judicial warrant. They don't want to go get judicial warrants because they
Let's get the
know
lights up,
9
y'all.
times out of 10 the judge is going to tell them no, so they just go around and do whatever they want. But see, who's going, like I said, who's going actually going to reap the problems from all of this and who's going to get impeached is Christy Nome. Okay? You guys need to pay attention to who is going to fall from this. She's the main one. Not to mention the FBI is blocking the state from actually doing a full investigation on what just happened with Renee Good. So let's keep it a buck. Let's keep it a buck. The Somalians are not the problem. Okay.
Let's go.
State safety net programs in Minnesota. What?
Double tap the screen. Let's get the lights up, y'all. We got 153 people in here now. Thank you guys for joining. Please subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell. We will be following up on this until it's done. Band-Aid gang.
Child providers and other state safety net programs in Minnesota to apprehend and process individuals who had final orders of removal. Damn, how many were there? Or were identified as criminal illegal aliens.
Y'all get in here.
Wow. The federal presence and tactics led to significant conflict with state and local officials, protests, and an incident on January 7th.
All right, let me mention something real quick. Pause that real quick. Because someone just said, so we're supposed to forget about the fraud. The only person that can actually state that it was fraud being done is a judge. And we have not yet had a judge rule and say that there was fraud going on. And the governor of Minnesota actually hired someone to actually investigate in this situation before this was even brought up to the attention of the public.
You too, SHLD.
So you guys can't keep saying, "Oh, we're not investigating fraud." How about the fraud that's in the White House? The man's been sued well over 4,000 times, and y'all want to talk about everybody else, but y'all want to talk about that man that's over there the person that's over there pooping on himself. Y'all want to talk about him though. Y'all want to talk
Said
about
he got a
everybody
diaper
else.
on. I said, damn.
This man sat there and literally has to wear a pamper everywhere he go. He has to put a towel down everywhere he go because he might soil himself at any moment and don't even know it. Because this man allegedly was doing a lot of snugs back in the day, and this came and caught up
Tell
to
us
his
what
ass
a
today.
snug is. Oh, okay. I know what you're talking about. Snugs. Okay.
Mm-hmm. So y'all need to stop sitting here trying to gaslight us. We know too much.
I said, damn it, we gonna show them how much we know.
37-year-old Renee Nicole Good in Minneapolis, sparking widespread outrage and political disputes over the force of
y'all get in here.
The investigation. Yes.
One of the top searches.
We don't play no games.
What legal authority?
Did I mention that we don't play no games over here on this channel, and that when we bring it to you, we bring it to you raw? That bring your band-aids when you come over here, because it's gonna be a lot of open wounds. This is the Band-Aid Gang channel, man. We beat you. That's why we got the name We Beat You, because we beat you every time. Because what we do, we expose over here. Now, double tap the screen and show some love to the channel. You just don't come in people's houses and disrespect. So now we're going to show you how we rock a show over here on this channel.
We show is. Yes, we is.
On this day. Let's go.
Does ICE actually have? Americans are asking those questions because we should have a better understanding of
what our government has been authorized to do. So ICE is a federal law enforcement agency. They are authorized under the Immigration and Nationality Act. So they are law enforcement, but their authorities as federal law enforcement are limited. ICE has two main components. The first is the
keyword, Diamond. They're what? They're limited.
Limited.
They're limited, Band-Aid gang. They're
They're
limited.
limited.
Now we're gonna break
So
down here the limits of the limited over here on the Band-Aid gang channel. Please double tap the screen. We write her. We beat you. So this is how we beat you. This is the tactic we use over on this channel to beat you, because all we do is drop facts. Did I mention that? Oh, I must have left that part out. But we'll talk about that a little bit later. Now here's the limits that they have. Hit the like button. Let's go. Double tap the screen. Band-Aid gang.
Enforcement and Removal Operations, or ERO, and they focus on immigration arrest, detention, deportation. It's largely civil, so not criminal. There's a second division called the Homeland Security Investigations Group, and they conduct complex criminal investigations: human trafficking, drug trafficking, money laundering, child exploitation. They are partners with FBI and DEA, so they do have the ability to do criminal investigations.
Welcome back.
ICE does not have any general police powers, though. No federal agency does, because
no police powers. So stop thinking they're policemen. They're not policemen.
exactly. See?
Let's continue.
General police powers under the Constitution are given to the states and local authorities. So their authority is limited to whatever is in the federal law that authorizes them to do certain actions.
Got it. Another top search right now. Can ICE agents detain U.S. citizens?
No, they do not have the authority to detain a U.S. citizen for immigration violations. They can be temporarily stopped or questioned if, in certain limited circumstances, particularly if they don't know if the person is a U.S. citizen or not. But once it's been demonstrated that they are a U.S. citizen, they need to be released. They can't be taken to immigration detention, for example. ICE can arrest.
Did y'all hear that?
See what I'm saying?
Did y'all
And what
hear
did
that?
she say? Didn't she say she was a citizen? Didn't she say
Absolutely.
that? She's a citizen. She was a U.S. citizen. There was no reason for them to even talk to her. There's no reason to even go back and forth. Even if she said whatever she said, they were supposed to move on and go towards their so-called target, who they were there for in the first place. Not to mention, after this situation happened, they went to try to go into a school. Y'all don't think that this administration has gone rogue? Y'all don't think that the ICE agents have gone rogue? Why are they going into schools, gang? If they're going after criminals, a person in school, a kid in school cannot commit crimes. They have no reason to be in there, but they attempted to do that. But I guarantee you guys gonna make excuses for that too.
Yeah, like the person just said wrong. They are the natural inhabitants. All right, let's go. Let's go.
U.S. citizens offenses, but not for immigration violations.
Now listen.
Got it. All right. People also want to know, what rights do I have when interacting with ICE? Great question.
It is a good question. So every person in the United States, so citizens as well as non-citizens, have constitutional protections. That includes things like the right to remain silent, the you are approached, you have the right to ask what agency the officer is from and why they are there. You do not have to answer questions about immigration status, though you should not. You do not have to open your door for ICE unless they had a judicial warrant.
You do not have to open your door for ICE. I said, damn. Now, the officer asked her to open her door.
Yep.
She did
And
not have to open her door.
The door. She didn't have to do any of that.
I said, damn.
They
And I said,
came
damn
with
again. Double tap
aggression.
the screen. We need 50 minutes.
They
Let's go.
came
Run it
with
up.
aggression towards her. No matter how you slice it. They were not allowed to approach her vehicle. They weren't supposed to try to stop her from taking off. They weren't supposed to, for sure, wasn't supposed to reach in and pew her in the face, let alone try to do it 3 times. Like, we
I
gotta
said,
stop
damn.
making excuses for stuff. And she just clearly stated, this lady just clearly stated the law, what the law is for ICE agents. Did she or did she not? She said that you have to have a judicial warrant in order to even ask them to open their
Ask
doors.
them. Pay attention, chat. Thank you guys for the hearts. They keep on coming. Much love. We got love around here. We got a lot. It's a love and hate relationship with the
Yes,
chat. And we
yes.
understand that. I
Yes,
said, damn.
yes.
Now now listen.
Signed by a judge, not an administrative warrant, but a judicial warrant. And of course, you have the right to remain silent, as I mentioned. So, with all of these, there's a lot of detail, and I would recommend going to either the National Immigration Law Center or ACLU. They have a series of.
Now, Diamond, Miss Leah said there are federal officers with weapons. How do you overrule them?
You overrule them by knowing, educating yourself on what the law is, on what they can and cannot do. A lot of times people pay attention to social media, right? They look into things. This is not new that the ICE agents have been
Thank
trying
you,
to
Greg.
overdo what they are able to do because they are being promised a bonus on how many people they can apprehend to be, to collect their money. So they're going over and beyond their legal authority of what they're allowed to do. This is
I
this is the
said, damn.
whole situation. No matter if they had a weapon or not, they're not supposed to pull it out. Damn sure ain't supposed to use it unless it was they had the lady that was in the car had a pew herself. They by law was supposed to let her take off. They weren't even
That
supposed to
part.
approach her car.
In that order. Let her go. Shoot the tire.
They weren't even supposed to do that. They don't have no real authority. People think when they hear the word officer, just like she said, they're not real officers. They're only limited to doing certain things. And what they did was literally overdo their overgo, or they overwent their authority, basically.
There you go.
Hmm.
They overdid their authority. Let's continue to listen.
Know your rights resources, and those are really important.
Diamond said, know your rights, Miss Liz. Know your rights. Let's go.
Important things if you are going to protest or if you
What's up, Mike
are
Band-Aid
trying to
gang?
help our immigrant neighbors to check out to know
And
what
they
your
might
rights
be federal
One
officers,
of the
but
top
guess what? The state
searches on Google.
about to slam their ass.
Industry, and I'm quite positive I sold the ICE agent who killed Renee Good content before.
Now, the man said that he was in the nasty industry. That he was in the nasty industry. Did y'all hear that, Band-Aid gang? Double tap the screen, because we ain't got to live like this. Now, the man said that he was in the nasty industry. Y'all know what that is, right? Now, we going to look what he said. Now,
know what your rights are.
Then sold.
One of the top
I
searches
said, damn.
on Google.
I used to be in the adult industry, and I'm quite positive I sold the ICE agent who killed Renee Good content before.
I
did
said,
solo
damn.
work, and I would have Snapchat through numerous dating apps. I would pull people over to my Snapchat and then promote my content. This guy was from Bloomington, Minnesota.
I said, damn.
His Snapchat was JRoss104.
Woo!
And he claimed to be in law enforcement at the time. Come to find out, he was just a security guard at the Mall of America.
Oh, shoot.
So JRoss104, JRoss104. And when I saw the pictures of his profile, you know, the shaved head and the really shitty crew cut and the way he walked, specifically that.
The way he walked, the way he talked. I said, damn.
I'm just thinking, I recognize that person. I lived in Chicago for a couple of years, so I was really reaching out to people within like 300-mile radius of that area on these dating websites. And he was very cocky. He always asked me to do weird things. I would just do basic stuff. But
what kind of basic?
Getting into detail.
What kind of basic stuff? I said, damn. He said it, man.
The same one that's sitting here trying to peddle that they don't like the LGBTQ because of their faith and all that rhetoric. Be the same one sitting there getting bent over.
Oh, man, they ain't bent him over, Diamond. They bent the man. Not, oh, he like to hop in front. He like to be in the front, don't he? Is he a bottom or is he a top? I said, damn, y'all get in here.
I decided to go back into my Snapchat.
Went back into Snapchat.
I keep repeat customers' Snapchat saved, so I could advertise further, and it's gone now. It was there the other day. Sometimes I still go back into that line of work when I have to. Things are tough. Nobody's getting paid like they should. You know the story. But I'm quite confident that this is the Jonathan Ross, J Ross 104
10-4, roger that.
I've sold content to in the past. And I'm going to wait for more information to come out about this. But I just wanted to go ahead and put that out there that this dude was on Grindr. If it's the same guy.
Said he was grinding. He was grinding. He said he was on Grindr.
And if you guys don't know what Grindr
Jonathan
is,
Ross,
Grindr is
report your
a
ass to the
male
principal's office. Somebody's here to
LGBTQ
see you.
website.
So
Grindr
he
is
a
a male.
nasty.
Yep, Grindr is a male LGBTQ website for dating.
Allegedly, now I did. Ooh, and when it all comes out, I said,
and
damn.
He was grinding.
Let's get in here, gang.
Really weird thing for feet.
He had a really big thing about feet.
Some news out of the Hennepin County DA's office. The office there believes that it does have the jurisdiction to bring charges against the ICE agent despite the supremacy clause. And they are unhappy about the FBI rescinding cooperation with the Minnesota Bureau of Criminal Apprehension. Joining us now, Lieutenant Governor of Minnesota, Peggy Flanagan. So if Hennepin County believes...
Hold on, Dev. Let me state this real quick, real quick. Because I keep seeing people in the chat keep talking about an officer. She said point blank, and just like everybody know, these are not real officers. They're officers to get immigrants. That's it. All that extra stuff, that is for the legal officers, the law enforcement, the local law enforcement, the sheriffs, the real law enforcement. They are not allowed to do what you think an officer is allowed to do. When you hear officer,
and we just saw the lady say that, Diamond. Why they don't understand, gang?
Because you got to learn how to read. And the problem is, a lot of the people
they
that
can't read, Diamond. They can't read.
They don't want to take the time out to see what they're allowed to do. Just take time out and do your research. Why do you think other chiefs of police are stating that they're fake officers? There are actually people saying this in different states. They're stating that these officers are not real officers. They're only allowed to go after alleged immigrants that they believe should not be here. And they are going over and beyond trying to get people to leave this country so that they can get cheap labor.
Now, Diamond, Donald Kinsella said it. Fleeing is not a threat. Approaching may be considered a threat. Get it right, gang.
Right. And just because she said a few words to her, that's freedom of speech. But like I said once before, they don't honor the Constitution. These people went rogue. They don't believe in the Constitution, just like right now, the Congress right now is bipartisan passing bills. And you see the President of the United States writing all that they should be shamed of themselves because they don't want to allow him to go in Venezuela and just terrorize these people. They're telling them you got to get Congress approval first before you can do anything else with Venezuela or any place else. That's how the law works. We can't go into war without Congress approval. You know, Congress goes before the president. They are supposed to be the checks and balances. And the only reason why the Republican Party right now in Congress is starting to get in gear because they know this situation is so bad at what happened in Minnesota that they 9 times out of 10 will lose their seats in midterms. So they're trying to basically save face right now.
I said, damn. Let's go.
ICE agent, do you believe they should?
We rock a show over here, gang.
It's pretty clear that there needs to be a full and fair, transparent investigation that is done, and Renee Good deserves justice, and so
Yes.
do the people of
and all lives matter. She deserves justice. Thank y'all, everybody, for coming in. Thank you for double tapping the screen, showing love to the channel. We beat you. We right here. This is what we do. We just put the facts out. Everything is alleged under Act 107. We have to abide by those policies and do our lives right. But thank you, YouTube, for giving us the leeway and letting us share our content. But yes, again, hey people, we gotta wake up. We gotta do our research. If we gonna go by law, go by law. Land, air, and water. LAW, law. Go by the land, the air, and the water, Band-Aid gang. Follow protocol. So let's go. We following protocol because we getting everyone's opinions. We getting people in high places that's saying what happened to that woman was not right. Now, will we get a conviction? We don't know. If they let it slide, it's going to be a whole lot of crazy stuff happening going into the year 2027, 28, 29, and so on. Let's continue. But we have to stop it. Let's go.
Minnesota. And the Attorney General is taking this incredibly seriously, and the governor again has called for fair and transparent investigation, and that should be the expectation. And I think the FBI has stopped working with the Bureau of Criminal Apprehension, and what are they afraid of? I guess is my question.
Let me be clear. If any law enforcement agent, any ICE agent, is going to come to Philly to commit crimes, then you can get the F out of here. Because if you do that here,
Philadelphia, the whole state, the governor, they're not having it. So y'all telling me something right about that.
And Miss Liz, you know that they don't have immunity. That is not true. He has immunity for official acts, not unofficial acts, and you know that too. The fact that he thinks that he can get away with everything because of what the Supreme Court said is not true. They even said it in recent court cases that certain things he's not immune to. Immunity is not a given, especially to ICE agents. They're not the president of the United States. That's the reason why right now the FBI director, Cash Patel, could go to prison. Kristi Noem could go to prison. They're not immune. So I just want to put that out there because Miss Liz, you went to school for law. You know for a fact that that man does not have full immunity. And as soon as he get out of the White House, they coming for him. And 9 times out of 10, we gonna end up having either a revolution or we're gonna end up having Congress implode, which the Republican Party is going to turn on him because he's a lame duck president, and they're going to end up impeaching him. Not just him, but the whole entire administration, which is what is it? Article 2, Section 4 of the Constitution. So let's be honest. You know, Miss Liz. Anyway.
I will charge you with those crimes.
I said that.
You will be arrested. You will stand trial. You will be convicted, whether it's in state or federal court. It's my office prosecuting it. That's how the law works. And you will do your time because Donald Trump cannot pardon you for a state court conviction. Do you hear me?
Do you hear the man?
Agents, do you hear me, National Guard? Do you hear me?
Do you hear that man?
I told you, state cases cannot be tried in federal court cases. They're two different lanes. So that's the reason why when they pardoned Larry Hoover, okay, he commuted his sentence federally, right? He still had 200 years state. If he really wanted to get that man out, he could have called the governor of Illinois and got Larry Hoover out. He didn't have the guts to call that man and the governor of Illinois. He didn't want to even talk to him. So why even entertain the thought of commuting a sentence of a person that well known if you know you're not going to completely get that man out? It was all over theater. It was all over to try to win over the black vote, win over the black people.
Let's continue.
Military. You're going to jail if you commit crimes.
You going to jail.
In the city of Philadelphia. You will be accountable. The law applies to all of you. And I know that there are honest, decent, moral law enforcement officers out there by the bushel, including in ICE. This is not for you. This is for any one of your colleagues who thinks they are above the law.
I said, damn. Bingo. Now, let's get to the meat and potatoes, Diamond.
For sure.
Let's get to the meat and potatoes.
For sure.
This
And
is
to
what we do
everybody in
over
the
here.
comments, you guys have the right for your own opinion. I say my opinion on things. Y'all have y'all opinion on things. Now, one thing I want y'all to do is go and read and educate yourself on civics and take time to learn about the Constitution. Now, he might not, the person in the White House might not like the Constitution, but guarantee you me, it still stands. And in order to change the actual Constitution, you need all states, not including our Congress, the US Congress, but you need all state Congress to be able to vote to change the actual Constitution. So let's be clear. The man in the White House is a lame duck president. His administration has gone rogue. And you guys need to wake up. And that's all I got to say. I'm on that.
New video from the fatal shooting of a woman in Minneapolis by an ICE agent. For the first time, we are seeing the moment dividing the country captured on the ICE agent's cell phone. In this video, you can...
We're going to get through that part. We're going to get to this talking. Because we just watched this game.
Right.
Please double tap
got
the
away
screen.
with it. He think he got away with it.
Agent on his cell phone and depicts a clearer picture of what went down. It sounds like the car strikes the agent. We showed the video to former NYPD officer Darren Porcher.
The officer's tactics were flawed because he would be trained to move away from the vehicle as opposed to stand in front of it.
He would be trained to do what, Diamond?
Get away from the vehicle instead of getting in front of it. But we also know that they altered that video that was released from the body cam. How we know that is because we have multiple people with video tape of the same exact incident showing exactly what happened. And if he was so happened to got hit, like they swear up and down in that video, you hear that clunk sound. Why did he walk away on video? He wasn't limping. He wasn't limping.
Was not limping at all.
That man wasn't injured. So what they're trying to do is spin it, y'all. The White House know that they have effed up. They have not only made because we already know that the Democrats are already upset, right? But when you make your own base upset, then you really got a problem, right? They now are starting to notice that the White House been lying to us, man. The administration has been lying. They're starting to catch on to it. So they're trying to save face and they keep screwing themselves because we know that this was altered video.
Resort.
We're also learning today that Good and her wife followed an anti-ICE group, Minnesota Ice Watch, on social media. Last night, the late-night comics got serious, blasting the Trump administration.
The message from this administration is clear. Only they determine the truth. And when their forces come to your city, obey or die.
We're to believe this woman was a terrorist committing a terrorist act?
Sports personality Stephen A. Smith says he doesn't believe the ICE agent will face charges.
Don't expect him to be prosecuted. He was completely justified.
Now see that.
Yeah, I'm tired of him. I'm tired of
Yeah,
him
get out of here.
because then
You
he
just
had to turn around, come back on
hold
live and
sack.
say, "Well, it wasn't justified." So why did you sit there and say, "Well, he was justified," when you just said in another segment that he wasn't justified? Make up your mind. See, what the problem is this man has been paid off millions of dollars
That part.
to say
That part.
whatever they want him to
They
say,
paid him off. They paid him off, gang.
and he knows he's seen that video. He knows what happened.
He
And
know he
and you
seen it.
even and, and
There's
and
another
if he
person
was
there to push
smart,
the narrative. Hey, boss, baby.
hey, and if he was smart, he would have actually looked up what the policy is for ICE agents and what they're allowed to do before getting on live television and embarrassing his damn self like that.
Thank you, Taddy.
He
If you
he
want to donate to
embarrassed
the channel,
himself by coming onto the live on live television, lying and not knowing all his facts. What is anchors do? Journalists do when you're reporting things. You research first. If he would have researched, he would have found out he wasn't even supposed to did nothing with a weapon. He
yeah,
wasn't even supposed to jump in front of that vehicle. He wasn't supposed to grab at the vehicle. He damn sure wasn't supposed to point her at a weapon inside the car that was a window that was open and shoot her in the face. So to say he,
bingo.
he was justified, you didn't look at the video, or you looked at it and didn't skimmed over it, or you didn't do your research. And I'm tired of this man right here not doing his research. You can even pay somebody to look up stuff for you before you get on live.
That part. If you guys want to donate to the channel, donate to me and Diamond, and man, it'll help out, gang. Hey, the link is still right there in the chat, dog. It's pinned up. Content Kings 123 with a Z. Thank you guys. Now let's continue, Diamond. That's your chat. You put in some work tonight, man. You deserve something. So you know what I'm saying. You rock the show, and they don't know, Diamond. We coming right back. We gonna spin the block on them again.
The humanitarian perspective, however,
I said, damn.
Why did you have to do
Thank
that?
you for the donation.
You didn't have to do that.
Let's go. Now what you did is you lined yourself up. Now let's continue, Band-Aid Gang. Let's rock the show. We can keep going. Y'all want to keep going? We drop nothing but exclusive. We can keep going.
It's gonna come to a day when this man's gonna have to wake up and smell the beans. My thing is, if he would actually, and I actually sometimes I feel like what he said is not bad, but when you literally go onto a show that you have, and you have a large audience like you do, you just shouldn't just say facts without evidence. They didn't even, this lady ain't even, they literally turned away a physician. They turned away a physician that was on scene, and didn't allow the physician to even check her pulse. Now, how bad is that? When you saying that, oh, it was she was in the wrong. How even if the situation was not, and she was the one that was the reckless one, how you not gonna let her get aid from a physician that was on scene, from someone that could have actually gave her some type of care, even though you done shot this lady in the face 3 times? There's no justification for it. Can you hear me, gang? Put a one in the chat if y'all can hear me. Dove, I can't hear you. The volume's off. We can't hear the volume, Dove.
Go ahead, Diamond. Hold on, gang. Let me go
All
back.
right.
Let's go.
CBS News has confirmed the agent who shot Renee Good is Jonathan Ross. He's worked with ICE in Minnesota for nearly a decade. During an ICE operation last summer in nearby Bloomington, video shows Ross being dragged by a suspect during an attempted arrest.
So I should have told him to stop jumping out in front of folks' cars in the first damn place. I said, damn.
Yep.
3 stitches in his leg. So you think maybe he's a little bit sensitive about somebody ramming him with an automobile?
The Trump administration
But that
and
don't matter.
President
Hold
Trump
on,
have
hold on.
maintained the
So he's
agent.
supposed to be sensitive, like a bitch. Supposed to be sensitive like a bitch. Like we already knew, Vince. You already been humping couches. You been humping couches, and you
Diamond.
got the nerve to sit here and tell somebody, "Oh, he might be a little sensitive because he had stitches." Like he the bitch that he is.
Diamond.
Mm,
We on YouTube.
sorry. Let me
Acted in
work with
self-defense. I found it, to be honest, the department's official statement and the secretary's statements were really irresponsible. John Sandwick, former acting director of ICE, raised concerns about maintaining public confidence. Despite the calls to leave, DHS says ICE agents will continue their operation in Minnesota. Jared Hill, CBS News.
Need to stop using their vehicles as
People need to stop doing what?
Ain't
Stop
nobody told them to surround her car. Ain't nobody told them to surround her car.
Band-Aid gang. I know y'all heard that. So we gonna go into the next clip. Let's go into this next clip.
He had no reason to even be anywhere near her car. None of the agents was.
At
And that's the reason
all.
why I believe all the agents should be arrested, not
Hey,
just him.
welcome back, G Money.
What needs to happen is ICE needs to be abolished and they need to start over. They need to make a whole nother agency that actually can follow the rules of the law and work with the courts. That's what that needs to happen. Right now,
I agree.
they're weaponizing ICE to go after people because they are really low key bigoted. They're
Let's go
bigoted,
down.
and it shows.
I want to start by speaking to the loved ones of Renee Nicole Good. I am so sorry for your loss. I hope that the memories you cherish offer some small comfort to you in the days that follow. Earlier this week, our community witnessed a horrific event on our streets. Some saw it in person, and many more have seen it circulating online. Whatever your opinion is about what happened, this was a traumatic event. Since this happened, I've been on the phone and in meetings with law enforcement, justice leaders, elected officials, discussing ways to ensure a thorough and transparent investigation, how that can occur and be shared with.
Well, it's funny that you guys said that. The law enforcement should monitor and arrest them when appropriate because they have started arresting ICE agents because you cannot just in certain states, especially sanctuary cities, in sanctuary cities, you can't just go and try to arrest somebody and snatch somebody up with a mask on without a judicial warrant. So that judicial warrant is needed. They just don't want to go through the proper channels. They were told that they don't need to do that, and which is wrong. You guys have to acknowledge that we have a rogue administration. They're not supposed to be used this way. Even when Obama was in office and he deported way more people than this person did in the White House. Currently, he utilized the courts. He let them do it. We didn't even hear about it when they were getting deported. You know why? Because he did it the right way. We didn't need to know all these people that was getting deported. They wanted to let us know this time because they want to utilize and say, "Oh, Venezuela got snugs," when Mexico is the ones bringing it over here, and majority of the people that's bringing it over here are U.S. citizens. Why do you think this man just pardoned someone that was that what he brought 400 tons over here? He just pardoned that man. Yeah, the man in the White House is not serious, y'all.
Simon, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm talking to the people in the chat. I'm talking to let them know that I come in a good space, a good place. I might joke around a lot, but we really do need to all come together, even though we don't agree all up with everything. We all
Yes.
need to come together and try to figure out a way to get us back on the right track. And right now we're going way off track. This man is pulling us out of alliances, out of agreements that we've had for decades. He's doing stuff without even doing the proper research to know what they're there for. The agreements that we have installed, we are really in a bad place because we have a person in the White House that never even took a law class. Didn't learn anything about the Constitution. Nobody around him wants to tell him the things he need to know. And we got the Heritage Foundation that's been pushing their Project 2025 agenda up on us,
Yep.
in which they should have got abolished. They honestly shouldn't even be able to be anywhere near our government. But we had to go through this for people to understand that when people say the government is crooked, now we see it in real life that they are crooked.
They're starting to reveal it all to us now, gang. They
They
revealing
are.
everything. That everything is being revealed. You have to pay attention. You have to pay attention to the Epstein files. All of this stuff is a distraction.
Yeah, and he wants a war because as long as we in war, he can't get out of
He
office.
can't get out of office, and
See that
that's the same tactic he tried to pull last year. You see what I'm saying, Band Aid gang? I mean, last election.
last election when his
So
first term he tried to pull it, and then he tried to basically overthrow the will of the people and the actual checks and balances that we had on a fair election. I think this past election needs to be looked at, but that I digress on that. I'm gonna allow what goes on right now with Congress because now they're actually working together because they realize that the midterms are coming up. See, the problem is when you have a lame duck president, is when midterms are coming up, they're worried about themselves. They ain't worried about him no more. They
exactly.
know that it's well over, I think, 200 representatives are up for election,
Mm-hmm.
a House of Representatives. Then you got the Senate. Some of the Senate seats are up for election. They are trying to save their own money. They know as long as they are in there, they could be able to do what they need to for whatever reasons they have, right? But if you remove them, and a lot of people are swinging left. Have you seen our last elections in the last couple months? It's been more Democratic led.
Yep. And with that being said, Diamond, we back on tomorrow. We gonna spin the block on them again.
Yes, yes. Why not? Why
Yes.
not? And
So
let's be honest, y'all. I want you guys to after listening to everything I said and looking at the facts, I want you guys to sit back and watch these videos again. Do your proper research.
search.
Google is free. Use
Do your
it.
research. And that's all we ask you. We ask you. We seeing different people. We gonna bring you some more. We got a trunk full of goodies for everybody, y'all. That's why I cut it because there's plenty more. We gonna keep you guys updated on this because until it go down, until we give justice for this young lady, we gonna be right here, full fledged, boots on the ground, continuing to give you content and updates on this. This right now, y'all, is something major that's going on in America. We also got the
Hmm.
Epstein files coming up. We just gonna stay on top of things because it's all about awareness, and we just want to keep people aware. No matter what angle people come at us at, we have our opinion. You have yours. We're an open platform for you to have your opinion. It's all peace over here. We're not being biased, but we just bringing you facts. We're
Right.
just not
And
making up
everything that
nothing.
we
We're giving
say,
you our opinion.
right, and everything we say is alleged. And
Yes.
we let Google speak for itself. It is free.
Yes.
Do your research. And Y'all stay blessed, y'all.
Yeah.
Stay
Thank you guys
blessed.
for joining us tonight. Please hit the like button, share, and subscribe. We did our big one. But we're gonna get even bigger than that, y'all. This channel is growing. Us a lot of people came in. If you're new, you watching the replay, just hit that like button, share, subscribe. Hit the notification bell. We will be uploading another thumbnail. Pay attention to the community post. We want to keep everybody up. I want to say thank you to my mods, Nurse 59, Taddy, everybody that came in here. G Money, thank you, Michael, Mike, all my people, Damon, Anthony, all the people that come in and that's been supporting us, the whole Band-Aid Gang family. Shouts out to Yolanda the Great, Miss Liz Jackson. Thank you for coming in, Miss Liz. Just the whole gang, even the people that came in and had their opinions. We thank you too. You helped us get our channel up. We're doing what we do, y'all. We running it up right now. And one thing that we're doing it for justice for this young lady. We want peace in the street. We just want everybody to pay attention.
Oh, and let me mention too. There was also a black male that was also unalived by ICE that we might be getting into talking about next time we go on live, you guys, because there's not just this lady that was violated by ICE. There's also a black male that was also unalived by ICE as well.
Shouts out to Damon Howard. Thank you for coming in. Also being just a dedicated Band-Aid member. Hey, we respect and we love all of you guys. And we will be sharing that tomorrow. So y'all be on the lookout, gang. That might be the thumbnail. So me and Diamond going back to the honeycomb hideout, and we just gonna come back and just keep hitting y'all with these gems. So thank you guys for joining tonight. We had the Diamond Gang in the building. Shouts out to Yolanda the Great, the other Diamond Gang, Peanut Butter Face. Hey, I'm C-Dub, Mr. I ain't said a word. You know what I'm saying? And I said,
Diamond Gang
with the real angel in the building.
Thank you, gang.
Salute to everybody. Thank you guys for joining us tonight. Diamond. Please, before you leave, please hit the like button, double tap the screen. Thank you guys. Peace and love to everybody. I know it get hard out here, and I always say it, but we all in the same thing together, and it's called life. And be thankful you're above the ground instead of under it. Peace and love, everybody. Justice, justice, justice. No justice, no peace. Peace and love, everybody. Thank you for joining tonight. This is Band-Aid Gang. We beat you, and we out. Peace. Bye. And thank you for the Cash App.
Thank you, guys.
Peace, everybody.